Hi guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
Are you free for coffee?
welcome, welcome.
Hello, guys.
Well, today we have with us Melanie, who is a family health coach. And she has some great tips for us in ways that we can keep ourselves and our families healthy. And we have a few questions for her. So hi, Melanie, welcome.
Hi, Miss Ladies. How are you today?
We're good.
Yeah. So Melanie, tell us how you got started on this journey. What made you get into health and fitness?
Yeah, so I'm a mom. I'm a busy mom. I was young and I had 2 babies, right? So I had the real attractive mom bod going on. We moved here to Alabama and I was sitting at 235 pounds. And to be honest, my husband looked at me and told me I was getting a little on the heavier side. And all niceness to him, I had asked him early on in our relationship to kind of help me with that because weight is an issue in our family.
Okay.
So he had told me that he had noticed that I was just kind of getting a little heavier and that I probably would feel better about myself, which he is correct, if I were to be able to lose a little bit of weight.
Was this baby weight after you had your kids?
My daughter was 3, so it was baby weight after the kids sort of continued. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
My
I know.
baby's 28 and I still...
Right? I still have a little.
Yeah. We get it.
It kind of sticks around after it's there, right?
Yeah.
And then I was having trouble getting up the driveway with like our 5-year-old. We moved to Alabama, so it's hilly and stuff. And I just knew that I didn't want to be out of breath and feeling exhausted all the time. As I grew, I was only 27. I should be able to run and play with my kids. And I wanted to look attractive, of course.
Right.
So
that's a good reason to get started, though. Did you know where to start, or did you kind of have to figure it out? Did you have help knowing okay, begin here, or?
I didn't have any help. I have a bachelor's in biochemistry. So I had a background. Yeah, it does help. That's the big help right there. And just understanding a little bit of what I was looking for as far as like protein synthesis and stuff like that.
Okay.
And general basic concepts just of how your body metabolizes things.
Did you, what was the magic thing for you? Was it food or was it the exercise? Like what, or I know it's both, but I mean, was there one that you thought, wow, this really makes a difference for me?
This is what I started with. My brain went, oh my gosh. Okay. I used to run track all the time. This is literally how my brain went. I used to run track all the time. What did I do while I was running track to be where I was at? And so I was like, I got to get my body moving. So I knew that I needed to do some cardio exercise first.
Okay.
So I committed.
Now, what did you do? Did you have a specific routine or somebody that you, like a class or something? Or what did you do?
Yeah, I just specifically knew that I ran. And so I specifically went, I am going to commit to myself. And like I said earlier before the show, I'm a super committed person. So when I tell myself I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And so I told myself, I said, Melanie, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get to that stop sign, which is about, 3/4 of a mile down the street. And you're going to come back and you're going to do that no less than 4 times a week. And it's not going to be pretty when you start, but you're going to do it. And you're going to eventually be able to run to that stop sign and run back. And so I kind of made a plan in my mind of what I had to do, like the bare minimum for me to start seeing results. Okay. And so that's where I was.
Sounds like a plan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the commitment, isn't it? The decision is the thing. Once you decide to do it, you'll do it. So I guess that's what, for all of us, you just have to make the decision that you're going to do it. So can you give us some tips for healthy eating? I know that's a part of it.
Yeah, and so then before I knew anything, that's where I was at. I was like, okay, so obviously these chocolate chip cookies I can't eat anymore. And they're my favorite thing in the whole wide world, but I'm serious about this. I want to lose weight. It has to happen now, right? And so at that point, I said no more processed foods at that point. I don't believe you have to eat no processed foods now that I know, right? But I was very extreme in my way of thinking and I wanted to see results immediately. So, and I do not coach this way. It's all lifestyle. You have to do what works for you. But
Right.
At that point, I was just very extreme and wanted to see my results. It was very hurtful for, my husband to say something that really spoke to my heart and promises that I'd made to myself and to my kids that I was going to be the healthiest I could be. So I was there to make extreme change.
Clean eating, we have
Yeah.
started that journey too, and
It makes a huge
it
difference.
makes a huge difference.
Yes.
But I'm always so shocked at how little there is, how many chemicals and bad stuff
Is
is
in
in stuff that you
everything.
think is healthy.
Yes.
Yeah. So whenever I very first started, I was just like, if it doesn't grow from the ground, I'm not going to eat it. Or if it doesn't, if it's not an animal, like, chicken, beef, I'm not going to eat it. And so that was literally the extreme measures I took for about 6 months. And then I had lost 40 pounds within that 6 months. I really think I lost it more in like
Wow.
5 months.
So clean eating is key. I agree with that too.
Yeah, I agree.
I do.
That was for the beginning. Now I know different, and it doesn't have to be 100% clean, ladies.
No, 80-20.
Yeah.
That's my rule for life. If I can do something 80% of the time, I feel successful. I mean, I don't think anything's 100, but
Right.
we try. But if I get to 80, I feel good.
Definitely have to make it to where it's manageable and doable. And especially with us being moms and stuff like that, we want to make sure that we're able to share things with our families, right?
So the exercise, the clean eating, is there anything else that you could tell the ladies that listen and guys, some guys we have, what they can do to start their families on this journey
So
to maintaining their health?
Yeah, the most important thing is mindset when it comes to all of this in reality. And if you are able to wrap your mind and intentionally make healthy decisions for yourself and your family, then you are going to already be ahead of the game, even if you don't know what food is, right? So I know that before that, intentionally, I don't know, I would intentionally make cookies with my family, but I tried to choose to do something different. I said, okay, instead of making cookies with my family, what can we make that would be healthier for us, but we could all still enjoy together? So that's how I came up with a bunch of my Snacker Day Saturdays in reality. But when I first started, I didn't even know how to balance that out. So it would just be like, hey, let's make a fruit tray today. And instead of us making cookies, we'd cut up fruit. You can make like big, thick slices of watermelon and cut out with cookie cutters and different shapes of watermelon.
Cool. So what do you call it? Snack Saturday? What's the name of it?
It's Snacker Day Saturday.
That's cute. I love that.
I like snacks.
Okay, so give us 3 of y'all's cool snacks. So the cutting out the watermelon, I love that. What's a few more that y'all do?
We love making like these protein fruit lasagna mixes. I would love for everybody, please go look at it.
Oh, what is that?
So we
I've
made
never heard of it.
They're made with, there's all different types, and it's kind of whatever we feel like at the moment. But the basis of it, it's all foundational. It's we got some good protein powder that we use from MTS Nutrition. So there's protein powder in it. We got some sugar-free Jell-O packets. And then crazy, it's non-fat cottage cheese. It sounds disgusting. Okay, but it's not.
Yeah, they're making some great stuff with the cottage cheese. I've been watching online, TikTok. Everybody's doing cottage cheese.
Yeah, not and you can get the non-fat kind, so you don't have those extra calories from the fat inside of the non-fat cottage cheese. And then you add Truvia sweetener to it, and we like to use all sorts of different flavorings, like the vanilla extracts or the maple syrup extracts or all of the different flavors of extracts you can use. So you can really get creative with it, is what I'm saying. It's really a lot of fun.
So you layer that mixture like with the fruit?
Yeah, so I layer it with any type of frozen fruit, especially is fun because you can use fresh fruit too, but the frozen fruit, it just gives it a little bit of a different texture immediately. And then when it sets in the refrigerator, it also kind of juices out.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds so yummy. What's another one? What's another snacker day snack?
So yeah, the fruit, like I said, there's a fruit dip, and you can use whipped cream cheese. There's like a lower fat whipped cream cheese that you can choose at the store. And we whip that up with, you're making me think without knowing all the way. What is in there that I whip?
Well, just give us an overview, because we'll put the recipe.
Yeah, we can post the recipe.
Yeah, we can post the recipe later. But
so this is a fruit dip. Yeah. And you can use it
yummy.
We like to make like shish kebabs with our fruit. And so we take the big wooden sticks and we put whatever fruit, if I got cantaloupe and blueberries and strawberries and stuff like that. And then this is a dip that's protein rich and stuff like that. But we made it for her birthday party, and everybody ate up all of these different fruit dips, and you can get creative with these again too. So I had made a chocolate one, a peanut butter one, and a vanilla protein fruit dip. And
that sounds so great.
It is delicious.
Right?
Guys, it's like, how you can eat icing out of a jar?
Yeah.
It's like eating icing out of a jar, except for you don't have to feel guilty about it.
And I love icing. I'm one of those that, that other people kind of scrape theirs off. I'm going around everybody and licking it up. I love icing.
Yeah, people who like scrape it off their cupcakes because it's too much.
Yeah, no, that's not me. I'm eating mine and theirs. So those are great snacks, and we love them. But can you give us an easy weeknight dinner? Because, people come home from work, you're tired, you don't want to fool with dinner, but everybody's got to eat. Is there something healthy and easy to make that you kind of a go-to for you?
Man, there's so many options when it comes to that. Our family, we work opposite schedules. So for us, meal prep is key for us. And I always have already cooked meat at the house on the regular. Okay. So we can keep it really simple and really easy and throw all sorts of ideas out there for you. But if nothing else, you're wanting something that has a lean protein in it. So chicken is a great thing, right? Some of our favorite things is to make just some tacos. So you can make like chicken tacos. And you can throw that in. They have all these different tortillas, but another thing that people don't consider is the value of tortillas. Like, you hear those keto diets, and you hear no carb or low carb or I don't know, all sorts of paleo whatever diet.
Yeah.
But in reality, if we all just took a second and looked at the labels on tortillas even, it tells you a lot. So the tortillas I buy are from Sam's, and they're fiber rich, and they're only 60 calories a tortilla for a big flour tortilla.
Oh yeah, I've had those, and they're lower carb because there's so much fiber, and they have protein too.
Yes.
They're kind of heavy on the protein. Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
If you buy a standard tortilla, so that's like 60 calories. If you buy a standard tortilla, they're like 150, 200 calories, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
even
so
reading labels.
Reading labels. So we like to use those with chicken and a lower fat cheese just to save some of the health side of it too. And you can doctor it up with all the vegetables that you love,
Yeah, everybody loves tacos. That's a great idea. And I love the food prep. which everybody doesn't do, but that
helps.
does save a lot of time and energy, especially if you're working or
And bad choices
kids,
too.
right?
It helps you.
Yeah.
You've already planned it.
And kids, soccer and all, all the things after school. So that's awesome. So if our listeners,
I'm so sorry. If you don't even prep it yourself, you can buy rotisserie chickens and stuff like that from Costco
right,
or Sam's or Walmart or something like that, and it's already made for you. You just have to literally.
That's a great tip. That is a great tip. So if our listeners, they're listening to us and they're saying, wow, I really need somebody to help me get to do this. What do they need to do to contact you? How do they get the ball rolling for you to help them, coach them on healthy living and eating and being for their family?
Yeah, so they can contact me at Melanie Eggs on Instagram, and that's Hammond, HAMMOND, Hammond Eggs.
Okay.
And it's the best way.
Just message you.
Yeah, just message me directly on that Instagram.
Okay. Well, y'all, you heard it. If you are listening to us and you're saying, wow, I just need some help with this, and she sounds like she can help me, you can message Melanie at her IG handle, Melanie Ham and Eggs, and we will have that. We'll have that on the show notes and also on our Instagram.
Yeah, we'll tag.
So we'll tag her so you guys can get a hold of her. But up next, our picks for the sexiest man alive this week. But first, a message from our sponsor.
During hard times, it can get really difficult if you don't have anyone to talk to. Being alone with your thoughts can be an isolating feeling that can allow negativity to consume you.
This is why we are sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours.
Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime.
Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So many people use BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states.
Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee. That's betterhelp.com/free-for-coffee.
Okay, we typically let the guest go first. Melanie, do you know who you're picking already? Like, you've got this?
Yeah, I'm going to pick Will Smith.
Oh, this is so perfect. Okay, that's funny. So the week before, last week, Will Smith came up. So he needed you to pick him. This was perfect timing. And what's funny is I almost picked him, and I'm so glad I did.
Will is going through some things.
And he needs you. He needs you to pick him.
He needs a diehard fan.
That is so funny.
Like I said, I'm committed. I've been his fans since I was high school. There's nothing he can't do to make me not love him.
Okay, that's good.
I love ride or die. Folks.
I do too.
Everybody needs ride or die people
up every week
in their corner. I'm picking Ernie Hudson. He's age appropriate for me. I'm in my lane. He was in Ghostbusters. He's been on Scandal, Grey's Anatomy. When y'all see him, you know him. He plays in lots of different things, but he's cute.
Yes, he is.
Age appropriately cute.
He's
me.
He's really handsome.
Yeah.
So I told you guys last week that I was going to pick someone I've never picked before, and I have it. Denzel Washington.
I love him.
He's handsome.
Oh, yeah, he's very handsome.
I cannot believe I've never picked him, actually.
Such a great actor.
You know, when I was young, I wanted to watch Training Day, and I think I snuck to see it for whatever reason. And then I hated him for a year. He played
that's my
such a
least
good
favorite.
role.
But he won. That's what he won in
Girl,
Academy
I
Award for.
hated that man for a year. I really believed
I
it.
like him as a nice guy.
I do too, or even as I like him in The Equalizer. I feel like, but then that's, that's.
But he's a nice guy, but he's kind of a badass nice guy.
Right. I think I like him there. Training Day, I can't even watch it again. I'll be mad at him all over again.
Yeah, I don't like him as a bad guy, but I love him.
But that is my
love
pick.
him and his wife.
I do
and their
too.
kids and all the things. Yeah.
They've got it together. They are goals for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, loves, thank you for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you are listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Part of the Boundless Audio Podcast Network.